One moment. Oh, here we are. So, welcome to the Sonya Dungee podcast, special pop up celebrating Black history all month long. I know I was missing in action, but not to worry. Before March 1st, we will have accomplished our goal. I wanted to bring this to your attention. It was something that I saw on my daughter's page. I hadn't heard it. I haven't been in town, but I wanted to read this directly from Governor Tim Walz. Minnesota's flags will fly at half staff in honor and remembrance of the Reverend Jesse Jackson. He spent his life pushing America to live up to its highest ideals, and his fight for civil rights, dignity, and fairness will inspire generations to come. And going to do my best to try to read this because it's real small print, but it's a proclamation from the state of Minnesota. Whereas Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson Sr. was born on October 8th, 1941, in Greenville, South Carolina, and rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most influential voices for civil rights, economic justice, and human dignity in the United States. And whereas Reverend Jackson emerged as a national leader in the civil rights movement, working alongside Martin Luther King Jr. and the Southern Christian Leadership Conference to confront segregation, expand opportunity, and advance the promise of equality through nonviolent actions. And whereas, in the wake of Dr. King's assassination, Reverend Jackson carried forward the moral urgency of the movement, organizing communities, advocating for workers and families, and challenging institutions to extend fairness, opportunity, and respect to those long denied a voice. And whereas in 1971, he founded the Rainbow Push Coalition to promote social justice, economic empowerment, and political inclusion, building bridges across race, faith, and geography in pursuit of shared progress. And whereas Reverend Jackson mobilized millions of Americans to register to vote, expand civic participation, and inspire generations of leaders through his historic presidential campaign in 1984 and 1988, helping reshape the landscape of American democracy. And whereas for more than 6 decades, Reverend Jackson stood with the poor, the working class, immigrants, and refugees, and those pushed to society's margins, advocating for fair wages, human immigration policies, access to education, peace, and human rights, while reminding the nation of its obligation to live up to its highest ideals. And whereas Reverend Jackson work and influence touched Minnesota many times, from advocating for farmers facing foreclosure and encouraging young Minnesotans to register to vote, to stand in solidarity with communities following the killing of Philando Castile, George Floyd, and Dewante Wright. And whereas his enduring call to keep hope alive uplifted communities across the United States and around the world, offering courage in movements of struggle and inspiring unity in the ongoing pursuit of justice. And whereas his I'm sorry, whereas Reverend Jesse Jackson passed away peacefully in February of 2026, leaving a profound legacy that continues to guide movements for freedom, for equality, and dignity for all people. Now, therefore, I, Tim Walz, Governor of Minnesota, do hereby order all United States flags and Minnesota flags be flown at half staff at all state buildings in the state of Minnesota from sunrise on Wednesday, February the 25th, 2026 to sunrise on Thursday 26, 2026 in honor and remembrance of Jesse Jackson. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the great seal of the state of Minnesota to be affixed at the state capitol this 23rd day of February 2026. And the governor signed that. I thought it was important for us to know that. I want to thank you, Governor, for the state of Minnesota proclamation and honoring Reverend Jesse Jackson for all that he has done for all of us. So, with that being said, this concludes tonight's episode of Celebrating Black History all month long, with so much more to follow. Hope to see you all soon at the next pop up. Bye for now.